Investigators with the Richland County Sheriff's Office have filed charges against a man accused of using a stolen debit card. According to the Sheriff's Office, the owner of the card had reported it lost or stolen in 2022 and later received a notice that it had been used at a retail store in Ellerbe. After reviewing surveillance video, investigators were able to identify the suspect as 33-year-old Christopher Ira Jackson of Ellerbe. Jackson allegedly used the card to purchase $128.29 in merchandise. Jackson was arrested on Thursday, January 19th, and charged with one felony count each of financial card theft, financial card fraud, and obtaining property by false pretenses, and was released on a written promise to appear in court. Online court records show Jackson has a court appearance set for those charges on February 2nd. A South Carolina man is accused of stealing a vehicle in Richland County and trying to sell it to a scrapyard. According to the Richland County Sheriff's Office, a patrol deputy took a report on November 11th of 2022 from a resident claiming that their vehicle had been stolen from their yard on Batley Dairy Road. The vehicle was then listed as stolen with the National Crime Information Center. The Sheriff's Office was reportedly contacted by the North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles License and Theft Bureau regarding a stolen vehicle at a local scrapyard. The owner of the scrapyard reportedly told a deputy that a man had tried to sell the vehicle, but the owner refused because of suspicion and contacted the License and Theft Bureau. The suspect reportedly left the vehicle in the parking lot of the scrapyard, which was eventually returned to the owner. Investigators identified the suspect as 30-year-old Nicholas L. Sanchez of Wallace and took out warrants against him and entered his name in NCIC. Sanchez was arrested by the Scotland County Sheriff's Office on January 11th and later processed at the Richland County Jail. Two men are facing several drug charges after allegedly trying to avoid a police checkpoint. According to the Hamlet Police Department, officers were conducting a traffic safety checking station on Friday, January 20th, when they noticed a vehicle make an illegal U-turn before reaching the station. Officers reportedly attempted to stop the vehicle for the violation, and a slow-speed pursuit ensued for 1.3 miles until the vehicle turned into a residence. During an investigation, officers reportedly found an unspecified quantity of both crack and powder cocaine, meth, mushrooms, ecstasy, Xanax, oxycodone, hydrocodone, and marijuana, as well as two stolen firearms and an unspecified amount of cash. The driver, 38-year-old Brent Edward Rankin of Charlotte, and passenger, 34-year-old Martin Richard Bowman of Hamlet, were both arrested. Playing as a collective unit was the key to Friday's conference win for the Richmond girls basketball team, according to head coach Teddy Mosley. Starting the second round of SAC play like they did in the first, the Lady Raiders earned a win over Southern Lee. Completing the season sweep of the Lady Cavaliers, Richmond won 50-29 and snapped a two-game conference skid. It was also the team's largest conference win of the season. A total of 10 Lady Raiders found the basket in the win, using a team-high 12 points from freshman guard Janasia Neal. Also reaching double digits was senior guard Sinedra Henson with 10 points. An 18-6 run during the span of the second quarter proved to be the difference maker for the Lady Raiders. The Lady Raiders will host conference-leading Pinecrest on Tuesday at 6 p.m. It was deja vu for the Richmond Raider boys basketball team when it played Southern Lee on Friday. Mirroring their December 13th win over the Cavaliers, the Raiders used a running clock to cruise to a 93-46 win to start the second round of conference play. Passing the 90-point threshold for the second time this season against Southern Lee, Richmond won its 8th straight game and remained atop the SAC standings. It was all hands on deck for Richmond as 8 different players found the basket. 4 players, Paul McNeil Jr., Javion Drake, Julian Cole, and Zion Baldwin, reached double figures. McNeil Jr. led all scorers with 37 points on 13 of 19 shooting with 6 three-pointers. Playing just the first 3 quarters, he added 7 assists and 5 rebounds, while also going a perfect 5 for 5 at the line. Richmond will face a test on Tuesday when Pinecrest, which is in 3rd place in the standings, visits Rockingham. Action will begin at 7:30 p.m. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection. friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
And welcome to your Live at 5 weather report, County. Hope your weekend was well. It was a very wet one for sure, especially yesterday just being a really messy day overall, and the temperatures have not been feeling that great along with it either. We saw some pretty cold temperatures yesterday as well as Saturday. And although Saturday was a little bit more warmer as far as, getting more sunshine out there. Of course, Sunday was just pretty miserable, probably the best way to put it. But hey, today's been a much better day. Interestingly enough, Monday has actually been a pretty solid day so far as the weather is concerned. Though a little bit chilly out there, we have sunshine all day long today. And continuing those clear skies into the evening, 6 o'clock, 48 degrees, 10 o'clock, 39. We'll have a sunset at 5:38 p.m. and there will be a waxing crescent moon phase out tonight as well. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, more sunshine along the way. Happy days ahead for sure. A little bit warmer temperatures along the way as well. Cumberland County, a high of 57, low of 34. Polk County, a high of 56 and a low of 33, with Robeson at a high of 56 and a low of 34. Over in Scotland County, a high of 56, low of 34 as well. And up in Moore County, a high of 56 and a low of 32. Here in Richmond County, a high of 56, low of 35. Marlboro County, just 1 degree warmer on the high there. And then Anson County, a high of 56 and a low of 34. Now, taking a look at the 7-day forecast. Now, we are going to get back into some rain here very, very soon. Tuesday looking pretty solid again, high of 56, low of 35 with sunny skies. And then a 90% chance of thunderstorms for Wednesday, a high of 66 and a low of 41. Luckily, temperatures are going to be a little bit better than what we're going to be seeing tomorrow or even today. Thursday, partly cloudy skies, back to freezing temperatures, a high of 54, low of 31, and that will stick around into Friday with a high of 50 and a low of 29. On Saturday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 57 and a low of 34, and then Sunday, a high of 56 and a low of 45 with a 30% chance of rain. And that will increase on Monday with a 60% chance, a high of 61 and a low of 46. So relatively speaking, a little bit cooler temperatures coming up this week than what we've seen the past couple weeks. So just make sure you get your jacket on hand whenever you go out, and especially one of those jackets that got a hood on or maybe an umbrella. Just make sure you keep your hair dry. So that is going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report and for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.